Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Erad, and so in today's video we are going to talk about Star Citizen about 3.18.1. We've got an update from the staff at Cloud Imperial Games, from Jake Capella, but also Xylo here, who replied to a question. And it seems like, yeah, 3.18.1 is indeed on its way. We may also have some bad news, especially if you have been, like me, collecting items in the Persistent universe. So, hi everyone, we wanted to give a quick update on our progress with the upcoming change to how you summon your vehicles in-game, as well as an update on our next patch 3.18.1. Yes, we did talk about this in the previous video, how they are going to change how vehicles are going to be allocated in-game. That right now, vehicles are all sent to your starting location, but that's not going to be the case anymore. Now, all the vehicles that you own from the game store, you'll be able to get them delivered wherever you want for the first time that you are using them. So for example, let's say your starting location is Lorville and you want to use a Scorpius. You've never used a Scorpius before and you happen to be at New Babbage. You'll have to click on deliver instead of send, and then you will have to wait for about 20 seconds and then it will come. So, as we revealed in our previous post, we will be implementing a new system that should significantly reduce strain on our backend, which has been a major issues, of course, and perhaps the reason why a lot of players, especially those with very large accounts and large amounts of ships, cannot simply enter the game. We plan to roll out this change into the PTU in a 3.18.1 patch for testing over the weekend, which also includes a salvo of fixes to assist with performance, connectivity, and stability. We encourage everyone to test the new system and provide any feedback or bug reports you may have. Now, right now, as I'm making this video, 3.18.1 is not in the PTU yet, but rest assured that as soon as it hits the live servers, you will be updated as well. Maybe when I come back from work later. Additionally, during our testing, we have discovered similar issues related to Arena Commander. To address this, we will be temporarily disabling vehicle customization in Arena Commander in the PTU, and if we see this does indeed alleviate strain on the backend, we'll carry this change over the live servers. Again, though, this would only be temporary and only impact Arena Commander when we work on a long-term solution, which will roll out in a follow-up patch soon. Which could be, by the way, hello Kiddo Ritos, how's it going, man? Which could be, by the way, a 3.18.2, something that was mentioned in Star Citizen Live, apparently very briefly in the video that was released yesterday. So that's something that we'll be discussing also in another video. Next, for those who are still eager to get into some action in Arena Commander, we'll also grant everyone a handful of curated vehicle with the upgraded shield generators and weaponry. So that's it. If you do not want to use the stock vehicles, then some vehicles with some of the updates will already be there. In short, we're doing a bit of experimenting to ensure we can get the service into a better place. As we've mentioned, things are vastly improved, but work continues to get the level of stability we are after. And yes, things are improved. You see, I'm in the game right now. Oh, it's only after the second attempt, so things do get better. Sometimes it takes 5 or 6 attempts for me to get in the game, but today, just 1 attempt, so it is indeed getting better. Now, lastly, we'd like to put out the call once again for as many of you as possible to join the PTU this weekend. That's very important because they need to stress the servers. We saw, right, there's one of the reasons why 3.18 did not work out so well at launch is because there were not enough in the PTU, not enough people in the PTU. But at the same time, and this is something that I said as well in yesterday, I had a podcast with Space Tomato yesterday, and we talked about that a little bit. And one of the reasons why I believe that not enough people test the PTU is because there are no incentives in testing the PTU. Sure, you can try the new features, but once you try the new features, it gets a little bored. Most people are not here to be playtesters. Most people are here to be gamers, right? So maybe they should be giving incentives for trying the PTU, extra money perhaps. You know, the more time you spend at the PTU, the more money you have. Lastly, we'd like to put out the call. So I've already read that. Your participation is will greatly assist with gathering vital data to keep this update to the live servers during this playtest. There isn't a specific testing focus other than play in the persistent universe on the PTU servers at the times listed below. Keep an eye out, as you will likely see many of us gallivanting around too. So looks like we are going to see some CIG staff as well. C'est étrange de t'entendre en anglais, ma foi. Ça va et toi? Yes, I do speak English on the main channel and on stream, but I do have a French channel. Si vous parlez français, j'ai une chaîne en français également. Vous trouverez le lien dans la section de la description. But I have a cold, so if I sound a little bit nasal or weird, kiddos, then I'm really sorry. I got some hot water to help with that. So we plan to kick off with 1 hour of testing on Friday, 8 p.m. Central US time. So that's 1 a.m. UTC Saturday. That's 8 o'clock. So it should be now. I'm very yeah, it should be now. As I'm making this video, it should be right now. But I haven't seen anything. So maybe there's a delay for 3.1 PTU. Anyway, there's going to be more playtests for the weekend, and here is the schedule, as you can see on screen right there. Now, there is a question here regarding wipes, and that is also something that is on everybody's mind. Of course, is there going to be a wipe? The answer is yes, but not everything. And this is from Xylo here. A great question, he says. While our intention was to avoid a wipe entirely, given the state of the database and the large number of hotfixes we've implemented, it is looking likely that we'll indeed execute a partial wipe with this release. This means that you will retain your reputation and alpha UEC earned, but items acquired will be wiped. Alright, well, I was about to wrap this video up, but it looks like 3.18.1 just dropped, just as I was about to finish the video. So here we go, we've got some patch notes here as well. They want to focus on the new ship delivery system that's coming up, as well as some general stability and bug fixing. Now, here are some of the updates that they talked about here. We've already talked about it many times, so we're not going to go over this. Let's have a look at the bug fixes. That's very important. Player crashing out and quits during using an ESOP terminal will break it and make it unusable. This is a fix. Yes, thank you so much. I've had a lot of issues like that retrieving my ships. I hope that I'll be able to do that now. Arena Commander Pirate Swarm here. Players unable to pick up and interact with the repair icon is also fixed. Occasionally unable to exit ships when you are, for example, stuck in a pilot seat. Well, that is also fixed. Gas clouds are causing a memory leak. This was also fixed in a hotfix. So all of that here is not really news. This is Arena Commander. We don't really care so much. Sorry about that. They also fixed an issue where several players would join and break the ready up system in Arena Commander. Most of those fixes here are for Arena Commander, but I will guess that this 3.18.1 is mostly for the backend services, right? I guess we'll see how much more stable it is.